so welcome back. This video is two things. It's a little bit of a story time and some business advice, and then also a little bit of a haul video. So we'll start with the story because that leads into how I got the haul. Okay. So last week I'm driving home from a cleaning job, and there's a house near mine where I live, and I saw this dumpster in their driveway. And the house kind of had this empty look to it, but I saw a person walking around. So I turned around and I went back, and I never do stuff like this. I never do things like this. But I parked my car, I grabbed a business card, and I went and knocked on the door, and I said, "Hi, my name is Jenny. I have a cleaning company, and I saw the dumpster, and I was just wondering if you needed somebody to help you." Come to find out, the lady who owns the house was trying to sell the house, and she did have somebody who was cleaning it, but she was really unhappy with the services that they were providing. So she said I was a gift from God. So I come in, I look around the house. It's already been cleaned, so there's certain things that don't need to be cleaned, but there's other things that really needed a lot of work. And she had a lot of cabinets in this house, because she had her kitchen cabinets, her bathroom cabinets, but then downstairs she also had a little craft workroom that had cabinets in it. And then there was like a party area that had a sink, and there was a bunch of cabinets over there. So there's a lot of cabinets that the previous company hadn't taken care of, and then they had a problem with their vacuum cleaner or something, I don't know. But anyway, she said, "Yes, I need you." Now here's the thing. I have a regular customer on Fridays, every other Friday, who happens to be out of town for the whole month of June, so I've lost some money there. So when the lady says to me how much, I gave her a quote. She looked at me, and I'm thinking, oh, she doesn't like that. She thinks it's too much. She ended up paying me double what I had quoted to her. So there's two things right there. I got brave enough to knock on somebody's door, which I never do, and it turns out she needed me. Second thing is, according to her, I underbid myself, although I know other people feel like I overbid, so whatever. I'm competitive with my prices, I think. So anyway, yes, she paid me more, and so I told her I would be back on Friday. It was Wednesday when I knocked on her door, and I did the cleaning job. And in the meantime, before before I came on the scene, she had an estate sale, and there was a couple little things in the cabinet that was still left, and that she was going to throw them away. And she says, "If you want them, you can take them." So I looked over some of it. I didn't take everything. But there were some things that I did take, and I'm going to sell them. And so I'm going to show you that. And I don't know very much about any of these things, so it's just because I like the way they look. So one is this vase, and it was marked at $10 on the estate sale, so I have no idea about this price. But it says, "Not for food use, may poison food, and made in China." I don't know. There's a texture on this. It's not smooth. It feels grainy or rough. So I have to do a lot of research on this. I don't know. But I picked this because it reminds me of the kind of stuff that you see crazy lamp ladies pick. And she probably wouldn't have gotten it because of what it says on the bottom, but because it's free, no matter what I sell it for, I'm going to make a profit. And somebody thought it was worth $10, so I should be able to get at least that much for it. I don't know. But it's just interesting. I really like the way that it looks, and the colors are good. And I just thought that somebody with this type of aesthetic might like this. There's a weird little spot right here. I don't know what that is, but when I do the photographs, I'll take a close-up of that and mention it in the description. But it looks like some of this might have chipped off. I don't know. I don't know what this finish is. It's rough. It's just like sand. So there was that. Then there's this jug, and I can't really read the mark on the bottom. You probably can't either. If you can, put it in the description, but I don't know what that says. It might have even been upside down. I don't know what that says. But I thought it was cool. It looks like an old-fashioned water jug. Like, they were bigger, but you see some ladies carrying those on their shoulders, like in old movies about history, old times. I thought it was beautiful. And this was marked at $10 too for her estate sale, so let's see. Couple more pieces. This is interesting. I don't even know what you call this. I want to call it a ginger jar. but I don't really know if it is. There is some crazing on the inside, but it is glazed on the inside and the out. I really like this drippy look to it. This also kind of reminds me of Murano, even though this is not glass. This is ceramic or pottery of some sort. And I don't know, can you see that? What is that for? That is not a chip. So I don't know what that's for. If you know and you can leave that in the comments, I would really appreciate it. I just don't know really even what kind of a jug this is or container, and I don't know why that's like that. I have no idea. So questions, if you can help me with that, I'd appreciate that. And that was marked at $10 too. So I have no idea what it's worth, but then there's four of these. There's four of these in three patterns, and these are, oh my gosh, my nose. These are Norman Rockwell's, and one says River Pilot, that's this one. It doesn't say who made them. These are dirty. Oh, Norman Rockwell Museum. Okay, so they came from the Norman Rockwell Museum. This one is For a Good Boy. It has a description on the back. So I have these two, and then I have another one of the River Pilots. I'll probably put the two River Pilots together as one lot, and then the Good Boy, and this one is Looking Out to Sea. I'll put those two together, and I think that they had it $8 for the whole set, so that would be like $2 a mug. I don't know how that's going to work out. I hear thunder. It's going to rain on me. I'm going to finish this up and then we'll go say goodbye. So, now, what is this? Do y'all know what this is? Let me show you. This moves. See that? This moves. And this part right here adjusts. You can turn it and it gets bigger and smaller in between. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Put it down below. Ready? Are you ready? It's a nutcracker. You put the nut in there and adjust for different size nuts, and then you go like this, and it cracks the nut. Pretty cool, huh? I have 2 of these. 2 of them. One looks a little newer than the other one. This one looks pretty old. It's got some rust on it. This one looks newer. But I imagine these are great for cracking, especially like hard nuts, like black walnuts. You know what I mean? Those are so hard to crack, and you can get really messy with those, but this will crack them pretty easily. And there's lots of pecans here in Georgia, so a lot of people have nutcrackers. So that's the interesting one. They were marked at, one was marked at $3, the older one, and the newer one was marked at $5. I have no idea what they're worth. I have to look up comps on that. They may be worth $3 and $5. I have no idea. But I think they might be worth a little bit more. That's why I got those. They're weird looking too. I've never seen nutcrackers like that. She also gave me this. This is just a covered dish. It's not a soup tureen because there's no hole for a ladle here. So it's like just for vegetables or something like that. It's old. She said it was her grandmother's. There's a pretty significant crack in it. And it's ironstone china. It was made in England. I don't know anything about this either. I have to look up the information. And it was marked at $6, probably because of this crack. And I don't know how her estate sale went anyway, because, you know, like I said, I met her after the fact. So they may have lowered prices on things as this sale went on. I don't know. But I think I can get more than $6 for this. Maybe 10. I don't know. We'll see. And then the last one is this. This one's pretty cool, and I almost didn't sell it. I almost just kept it for me, for my coffee. And I got it because I like this rustic looking fish. It kind of reminds me of the Christian fish, although I'm not 100% sure that it would fly that way. I don't think so, really. But it does remind me of that Christian symbol. And then I turned it over, and it says the Pigeon Forge Pottery, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So, just on a whim, I went and looked, and I found this exact same mug. The only difference was, instead of being yellow on the inside, it was like a turquoise color, and it sold for $20 for one mug. This was marked at $2 at the sale. which kind of goes in line with the Norman Rockwells, right? Because if it was $8 for 4, that would be $2 a piece. I think that's what they did. I think they wanted to sell it as a set. Anyway, I decided I don't need this mug so much from myself, so I'm gonna sell it. So all this came out of, I got a cleaning job and I got free stuff to sell at my eBay store just because I took the time to knock on somebody's door and say, hey, do you need some help? So, like I said, it's not something I normally do. I'm not an extrovert, really. I mean, I don't even know how I do these videos, but I would, it's not typical for me to go and knock on somebody's door and hand out my card blind like that. But I did. I took a chance, and it really paid off. She doubled what I quoted, plus she gave me this for whatever I make on the stuff that she gave me that I didn't have to buy from her. I made more than $300. And the other thing is, on my Facebook page for Miss Jenny's Cleaning, she put a beautiful, the best review I have ever had, ever, and I am so eternally grateful for her. And she's moving out of the area. She's putting her house up for sale. I wish her the best. She was as much of a blessing to me as I was to her, maybe more. So I'm really grateful for that. And I got one more little freebie thing to show you, because like I said, it doesn't hurt to ask. And it's not really a haul. This is more like shipping supplies. So remember I said I clean the gym? I also clean a laboratory, and they get a lot of stuff, packages, and when I take their trash out, I collect the boxes. So this one here has bubble wrap in it, and it's got some foam, and there's something else down in the bottom. I don't even know what it is, but these are good sturdy boxes. I got that one, and I got a couple more, one like this. And what I'll do is I'll scratch out all this kind of stuff, this branding, and of course I'll take this off, and their shipping label is on here. I'll mark over that so that you can't read it, and I'll just use this for some of my bigger items because these are good heavy boxes. And then I have 2 other boxes. I have no idea what this is. I have no clue, but I took these because they're fairly sturdy, and again, I'll mark over this so that it doesn't look like there's something in here. It's some kind of medical supply. See, it says non-sterile. But these are nice, strong boxes that I can use either for packing box inside a box, or if I don't need to do that, it's still sturdy enough that I think it will withstand the mail. So I have that one, and believe it or not, and I know people say this is so unprofessional. I don't really care, and I'll tell you why. Because if I hadn't taken these boxes, you know where they would be right now? They'd be in the dumpster. So, even though they're not going to get this water filtration system when I put something in here to mail it, I'm keeping stuff out of the landfill. And hopefully whoever receives the package that comes in these boxes, hopefully they recycle as well. So, that's the way I look at it. I haven't gotten any complaints. I've heard other resellers complaining about resellers, making Franken boxes and using other boxes that don't match what they're selling, or non-generic boxes, and I just think that's so silly. I think that if you could save money by getting shipping supplies and boxes and whatnot out of something that would end up in the trash, to me that seems a better business decision for all of us, and also better for our environment. So that's how I feel about it. I would never use like a cereal box, and I don't use alcohol boxes either, like the wine boxes and things that alcohol come in, and that's because the post office has regulations about things like that, so because they're labeled that way. But if I, in a pinch, needed a box like that, I would cover it in paper or something, if I had to use a box like that. But these boxes, they would have been thrown away. So I rescued them from the trash, and the styrofoam as well. So I can put something really fragile in the middle of that. There's like a square cavity in there, and whatever I ship in this box, I'm pretty sure it's going to arrive safely. So that's just a tip. Look at places where you can get boxes and keep them out of the landfills. And that's it for today. Thank you guys so much. Please give me a thumbs up. That helps me so much. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to see more videos, I've got some other videos coming up, like Confessions of a House Cleaner and some other eBay videos coming up. Then go ahead and subscribe. And y'all take care now. I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta get listed. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.